Whole club selling out, a hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Whole club selling out, a hitter doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club. My crown way too white to be shooting in the eyes. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And you need better stuff.
A first open back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And able to get this out to the 25.
Target, but it'll be second down.
When you look at the Saints defense,
they enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stopped him for no gain.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards for number 11.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Herbert.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10
at the 20. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And now off to the races down the right side.
He's on his way.
Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Look at the Saints defense
Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
out of the gun. Fields work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. On the option right is Fields. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
From the 50, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
The fumble on 1st down, now here's 2nd down.
And they'll run it here.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
A 1st down throw for Walker.
And his throw here's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now a 2nd and 10. Herbert now on the option.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You first see incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Now Fields. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Kamara up the middle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Saints at 1-7 now in the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They've like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around. I expect them to play really well here. And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand to Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To throw his Carr. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown! Jerome Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Jones now on the return. Now Jones. And he returns this to the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle him free. They caught him off guard, force the incompletion.
On play action, Fields. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
21-0 our score after 1. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamel Dean. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to widen their lead here in this first half. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I'm going to co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. I don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Fields to commit there for his Chicago first. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen for Herbert. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. A play fake, now Fields to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And Mooney going to have a Bears first down as he takes it down to the 20-yard line. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first. Again, Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Herbert will score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears offense staying put. Justin Fields always a threat to run. They'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So is the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is...
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Herbert powering up the middle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Here we go.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now Fields going to keep it running left. And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. Loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, brother, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields. That is incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Here's 2nd and 10. A handoff for Herbert. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you get to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
His back has been a dependable safety back all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll run with Herbert. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Touchdown, Bears! Corey Blasingame from a yard out. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The Bears offense staying put. Justin Fields always a threat to run. They'll go for 2 here. And this one incomplete.
So they went for the two. They don't get it. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with two PATs. They got the two-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Already enjoying a two-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. On play action, it's Carr, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Room here to run. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 143 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
There's Chris Olave.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Carr going to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
There he goes, right side. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Here's a 2nd and 8. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Now a 3rd and 6. Here's Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Room past the 35 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Easy.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Right side, Claypool's got it. And Claypool going to have a Bears 1st down as a tackle made at the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Here we go.
Play action. It's Fields. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Here's a give to Herbert. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 14 yards and a Chicago 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So a player shaken up. We'll get a stoppage here. And that's Alvin Kamara, the one who's going to receive some attention. Hopefully he's okay. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Carr. It's complete right side to Benjamin. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Santos now to add the PAT. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Carr. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On play action. Now Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. To throw, it's Carr. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, When they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
But he's going to be out down inside the 20 and the 15.
They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to break our 4th quarter tie.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job of staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Read option. Here's Herbert. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 52 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
They'll go again with Herbert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he will have the Bears 1st down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Hey, going up right here.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. They'll set up the screen for Herbert. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Fields going to get that outline to Mooney. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. second down. Here's Foreman.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. On third down, Herbert. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Eluding the pressure right.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's 2nd down and 3. This is Herbert.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll run here with Herbert.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go out right here.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Fields.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This is 1st and 10. Carr.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's Carr.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Throwing his Carr.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Now Carr, got to have this one.
That is caught. He's got the first down and more than that. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.